It was one question that was very simple. Like my family asked me, if this one thing that you would regret most that you did not do, what would it be?
Go and ask yourself also like, what is the thing that you would regret most if you were to pass away tomorrow? Because really we never know when it's over, right?
Everyone when think of comfort food, everything is all junk, right? So we want to remove that junk idea and see that, comfort food can be healthy. Like, so French fry, Chofries. Hey, this product is vegan, but it's not that vegan.
But I agree. I mean, taste needs just naturally comes first, because no matter how healthy it is, if it tastes like crap, people are not gonna eat it.
I believe that when you eat healthier, you feel better because your stomach loves better food. And then when you like feel good, you share you'll be more positive, like you're happier, you're more delightful because you eat very good food, you know.
Welcome back to the plant-based podcast Asia. I'm your host Nick, and together we are here to inspire, educate, and connect. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and I'm super excited to have Khun Kat, founder of company Just Passion and brand owner of Plant, here in the studio. Welcome to the podcast.
Happy to be here.
It's a really pleasure to have you here. You came up all the way from Bangkok. I mean, you're based in Bangkok usually. And first, let me start by sharing that I'm a big fan of your products. Okay, we're going to talk about your products later, but what you've created is really something great. I mean, I've told you this already off camera, but I just wanted to give you credits for this amazing product, especially the Chofries. We're going to talk about it later if you're thinking, what is Chofries, right? I mean, well done. I know what it takes to create a new product. But before we go into your current product, can you share with us, or with the audience, how did you get there? Because you told me that before you were working in the corporate world. And then what made you kind of, get the courage to decide to step out of the corporate world and, start your own thing?
Well, my company name is Just Passion, so it's actually start from my passion, because I've always been interested in health food in general. Like, I always have a good healthy lifestyle. I like exercising. I like exploring food, like healthier options. Always looking for alternatives. But it's actually started from milk, because back in 10, 20, 15 years ago, everyone was drinking cow's milk. Actually, I realized I'm on lactose intolerant, but I did not realize that until I'm 20 years old. So I had that suffering as a child, always vomiting after having to drink a lot of milk that my mom's forced me to do. I studied in Australia, and plant-based milk was starting to get big there. So there was a lot of soy milk, and then here's come almond milk. And now the day is oat milk. So I started the company with cashew milk. It not started from currently.
How many years ago are we talking?
So that was 3 to 4 years ago. I started off with cashew milk because I want to offer consumers that a fresh plant-based milk that is alternative from soy. Because back in the day there was only soy and almond milk, and the price was up the roof. Like a bottle of 150 per bottle. Every day, that's
150 baht
per bottle. It's like almond milk, right? Otherwise, you only have soy milk, but which is not the fresh soy, is the quality
the
is
pasteurized in the
everything.
yeah. Uh-huh.
So we were looking for alternative, and we found that cashew is a good source, because first cashew was sourced in Thailand. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot grown in the south, northeast. There was a lot of cashew growing out there. So we started with cashew milk, and the taste was perfect. But then we found it very hard to grow that business because shelf life. It was very short, and we didn't have a good manufacturing practice in terms of to control the shelf life. And then by the time we were trying to grow that product, the oat milk trend was hit. So I think we did get to try and we hop on the train in the right time and hop off at the right time. So that's why we start to diverse our product portfolio to offer something more longer shelf life and then more interesting. So we're exploring more, and we still want to explore more.
Right. And so for the cashew milk that was stored chilled, you had to chill it all the time, or it was shelf stable?
No, has to be chilled all the time, and the longest we ever did was 3 weeks, and that was like a natural flavor. Because because plant-based milk has a lot of stabilizer, and that's something that we want to try to educate to consumer that, okay, we have offering this fresh plant-based milk that is no preservative, additive, and no stabilizer. And then, that's what we're trying to do.
Wow, amazing. And still, I would love to back up a little bit and go back to that question.
The corporate jobs.
Like, why? Now, really, what made you leave the corporate world? And I'm interested to hear about that because I believe, and I was working in the corporate world myself back in Switzerland, and I believe there are many people out there probably listening to this right now. They feel like they're maybe stuck in a loop, or they're like in this huge company, they're just this number, and or I think they also have some passion. Yes, you mentioned it was the passion, but how, that's the passion must have been so strong, right? That you made this brave decision, and maybe you can inspire, I'm sure you can help to inspire others also that have an idea and maybe they're hesitant. So what helped you did you get the support from your family, or was it something that was like, I'm going to do that?
Yeah, it was actually from my family, because it was one question that was very simple. Like, my family asked me, if this one thing that you would regret most that you did not do, what would it be? And the answer was like, to do my own business, to do really just do it.
Wow.
So then she was just like, okay, just go quit your job and then just do it, because you're still young. Like, back in the day, I was still 27. That's not young, right?
That's pretty young.
No.
I mean, you're still young now, right?
Yeah, 27. Wow. Yeah, so she asked me that question, and the answer was very clear. It was okay, this is something that I would regret most, but if it's like over next 10 years and something that I did not do and stay in the corporate. Yeah.
Wow. I love that. And to the listeners, thanks so much, Kat, for bringing up this question. So go and ask yourself also, like, what is the thing that you would regret most if you were to pass away tomorrow? Because really we never know when it's over, right? We think we're young, but then life happens, and
yes.
So respect, that you did that, and really great that you got the support from your family as well. That's amazing.
Just do it, everybody.
Just do it. Okay.
Or you can do it as a side project first. Like, you can start off from side project, because I know there's a lot of risk when you start on something on your own. So you can just try as a side project and see if it start moving or not. But also your time and efforts will be divided as well.
Right.
So
is this how you did it in the beginning, or you went like full in?
No, because I give them the resignation letters for like 3 months. So I have that 3 months gap. So every night I come back home and I make my own cashew milk every single night. It was like, go to work in the morning, at night I blend the cashew milk. I give my mom to try, see which one she likes. And it was every night like that for 3 months before I quit my corporate. So
wow.
Once you resign, it doesn't mean you quit the next day. So you still have that rooms of times to test your product.
Wow, amazing. So you knew from the beginning you're going to start off with cashew milk. Was this something you've been doing already before?
Yes. So, because I was trying between almond milk, oat milk, cashew milk back in the day.
You were trying oat milk already,
yes,
so you were hey, listen to that, Cat trendsetter.
It was very hard. No, I understand why oat milk need to be manufactured in packaged box, because the way it has to be processed, it's very different from nuts.
What is your experience making oat milk? I'm quite interested in this.
What people don't like the most is the sliminess, right? And those packaged boxes doesn't have those. But that sliminess is actually coming from the oat milk. So we try blend it with ice, adding some I I can't remember the name exactly, but there was some chemical enzymes to
Uh-huh.
help slow the breakdowns of those sliminess.
Okay.
So we were trying a lot of that, but it's in the end it's still very the taste comparison could not beat the package. So that's why I did not proceed the plant-based milk to explore more or having the oat milk.
I see.
in the
So,
portfolio.
so you were experiencing these issues with the shelf life of the cashew milk, and then oat milk came on, or Oatly, and so then you decided, well, now we got to pivot somehow and add some new products to the portfolio. So
Yes.
what happened there?
So we're so while cashew milk was still ongoing, and back then like the oat milk, it was only Oatly. Actually, Oatly, no, there was UFC first.
UFC, all right.
The Velvet, then the Oatly came, but meanwhile we were exploring like. Because we were looking at the plant-based, right? Because we want to be plant-based brand, and then we were looking at the tofu because, like when the people think, I should start eating less meat, then I would incorporate more tofu, and then because my family was experiencing some cancer, and then she was believing that it was mainly because of too much of the soy consumption, so that's why she wanted to explore. What are the alternatives? And we stumble upon the chickpea. So that's where the starting of a Chofu.
Wow. Okay.
And then from there, we're trying to make it more accessible. And then here comes the 1111. So we were cutting a Chofu into the 1111 character. So it's becoming a stick. And then that's the start of Chofries.
Wow.
It was simple as that.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Now again, I want to back up a little bit
Yes.
because now these words are coming: Chofries and Chofu, and
Yes.
again, for some people that are not familiar with these products yet, give us a short, quick pitch or introduction to your brand Plant, right? Written with a D at the end. So they're made from chickpeas, and again, I think it's a very creative product. I sincerely do. And so what is this product exactly?
Okay, so the starting of this product is, as I mentioned before, we want to do something alternative from soy. And then we see that in the plant-based options, there's a lot of, I would say, chicken made from plant, pork made from plant, but those are all modified with flavors and everything. And I believe that I still want to eat whole food or less processing food. So I want something like the real option. So what are they? So we started off from the Chofu, which is made tofu from chickpea, because when we try it and test it, we like the texture, we like the way it looks, and we give it to sample to our friends and family, and they all love it, because like people who don't eat tofu because they don't like the smell of soy, and then we feel like this is the winning product. We strongly believe that this is a winning product. So we give it out, and then everyone try it, everyone loves it. And then that's why we just add it into our portfolio, and then we're giving consumers to try it. And back in the COVID, everyone was still at home cooking, so everyone loves our product. And then we start to add more flavor, and then we just keep exploring a lot of flavors, like what we can do to make people eat it more easily. Like we start with original, which so meaning it's only like plain, and some people find it hard to consume it because it's too plain. So we add like spicy, which is something that Thai consumer loves, like spices, and then we add to sesame to add more texture. So that's where we start.
I see. So and then you also solve the issue about the shelf life, because Chofu and Chofries is a frozen product that you can keep several months, right?
So actually the shelf life is 1 year, and we add no preservatives. So because there was a lot of misconceptions about frozen food, right? Because everyone think, frozen food needs to add preservatives to make it to make it frozen. But then actually when you cook it fresh and you freeze it right away,
right,
you preserve all of that nutrient and all the qualities should be there. So we locked in that.
Right.
Yeah. So I think like the frozen food is very is a way to go.
Can we talk a little bit about marketing, because you bring in this new product, Chofries, Chofu, and I mean, no one has a clue what is a Chofry, what is a Chofu. I mean, obviously you're doing really well now, but I believe it must have been quite difficult to introduce this product to the people, or you didn't experience that.
It is very difficult, and still it is today. Yes, but I think in terms of marketing, it's a lot of education. When you're doing something first for the first time, and as just a small business, you need a lot of voice to help you leverage that. So we were able, and it was very kind to have a help from all this influencer in the health market to help us communicate our product, taste our product, and be the voice. Be the ambassador of our product. So yes, that's where we start. So we leverage off the influencer community to help us grow the brand. Yes.
Wow. Okay, I see. Which one is your best-selling product, or which one would you say some people being new to your product line, which one they need to try?
So our best product is, of course, is Chofries. So it's simple as chickpea fries. It's healthier. It's less oily, even though it's fried. But it's when we don't put any flour in it, or on the starch, it's only from the beans itself. Meaning like the less oil has been absorbed in there. So it's tastes much more healthier.
And I mean, I don't want to make too much advertising, but just as a consumer of your products, it's super convenient because you can air fry them, right?
Yes.
And it just takes like 10 minutes, or if you want them a little crispier, maybe 15 minutes, and take them out of the freezer in the air fryer, and basically you've got a meal. So, and my kids love it too. Right. Now, when you create new products, or if you come up with a new idea, can you guide us a little bit through the creation process of such a product? Like, is it you doing the R&D, or you have some people helping you, and then you're just trying out different ways until you kind of get the right thing? Or can you share with us?
So I think like it was very clear for us, because when I started this brand, I want plant-based. I want people to eat more plant. Just in general, they don't have to be plant-based or vegan. I just want them to eat more plant. So how can it make it more accessible in terms of taste, price, and experience as a whole? So we're looking into options in the market, see what's available. So one of our second bestseller now is gui chai, which is the chive cake, which is something that people like in Thailand traditionally known and love. It's this chive block and blend with flour, and then they put in blocks, and then they steamed it, and then they eat with dipping sauce. And then that, when we add the chive together with chickpea, it gives this sweetness, and it's very and it make it the chickpea taste less visible. So it was the next leaping product in our portfolio. So to start off with, why we go with chive is that we're looking in terms of what product that are already familiar to consumer, like they like chive cake, but it's unhealthy because the way it has been processed. So we make it with no flour, and then we add more protein, more fiber, and a good complex carbohydrate into the product, and then we offer this to consumers. So this is something that what we're considering in terms of shaping our product, and we're hoping to do that in the future as well. So to summarize that is that we're looking in terms of what familiar to consumer already, and can we add some healthy twist in there with our chickpeas, or what our future product could be, to make it more accessible to consumer, or understanding actually, because plant-based sometimes is like too overwhelming for consumer who are not familiar with this product at all.
Got it. As a business owner and also food producer myself, I know we always come across a lot of challenges and obstacles and problems. What are some of your challenges that you feel comfortable sharing, or some unexpected things that maybe come up during the during the creation stage of a new product, especially like for the Chofries? Was it like you had the idea, you made it, and it worked? Probably not, right? It probably took you several tries, or any other things that you would like to share.
So like in terms of show fries, I think everyone is not everybody gonna love your product, right? So there's gonna be someone who loves it and someone who doesn't like it. So we need to keep exploring in terms of what we can offer to the consumer that want to be our consumer. And then I think the challenge that we've been facing a lot, like right after COVID, is that because our products are frozen and right now consumers are already out. So how we make our product more convenient to consumer. Even air fryer, not everyone's gonna have air fryer at home. So how can we make our product more even be available to them? So that's why that is our challenge until today. That make it like microwavable, because fries cannot be microwave for sure. So
It's gonna be too
soggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something that we're challenging at the moment, or thinking of in terms of distribution channels, because we're mostly available online, and how can be there for consumer, like even outside of Bangkok as well.
Right.
Yes.
Well, it would be very convenient if I could just walk into Rimping or any other supermarket and pick up a bag of Chofries.
I wish you could. I wish I could be there.
Right. It will happen soon.
Yes.
It will happen soon. So over the last 4 years or so, how did you observe like the awareness of the plant-based market, or just awareness of plant-based in general in Thailand? Did you observe any changes, a lot of growth, or a lot of challenges? I would love to hear your
I think
insights.
every brand is very creative in coming up with their own product, and the way it's amazing how many people come up with the creations and the ideas. So I think in Thailand there's a lot of options. So if you want to explore plant-based, you can go with the whole year without the same brand, right? So I think plant-based is a very interesting market, but a lot of times, I think maybe of you as well, also challenges that how people feel it's exclusive rather than it's inclusive. Like people looking at plant-based as like exclusive, like only for vegan or only for that. But I hope I can change the perceptions to make people feel that being plant-based or having as a plant-based brand is more inclusive. That means everybody can have it. Even if you're vegan, you're not vegan, everybody can enjoy the same thing. And I hope that is something that the plant-based community and as a food manufacturer together as a whole could sort of educate that and communicate that kind of message to the consumer, that it's not about exclusive, but it's inclusive to all dietary preference.
I love that. Did you see that happening already a little bit, or?
I think like everyone's trying to be like, hey, this product is vegan, but it's not that vegan.
You mean like it's vegan, but it's still good, or
it's good. Yeah. So I think everyone's want to solve that taste problem, like taste perceptions. But when we're playing with people perception and expectations, it's come with a variety of expectations, right? Because you have one, I have one, and all of consumer also have different perception and expectations.
Right. But you don't necessarily label yourself as, or do you label yourself as a vegan brand or plant-based brand that much, or how do you kind of present your product to the world?
So in my vision, we want to be comfort healthy food, because comfort food sometimes has been, everyone when you think of comfort food, everything is all junk, right? So we want to remove that junk idea and see that, comfort food can be healthy. So French fry, show fries. So we want to sort of communicate that kind of, grow our brand revolves around that message, make it like a comfort, healthy food. But meaning, do we always be plant-based? We don't know, because I feel like we don't want to limit ourselves for only plant-based. But of course, we want to be plant-based friendly. That be our main thing, or minimize what we can. And we want people to eat more plant anyway. So I think that would be our core concept in developing our product. But but in the end, the goal is that to make people accessible to more of our products. So I think that's something that we need to balance.
did you already find some ways and techniques? Like how can you make plants more appealing to the Thai consumer, that they feel like, I mean, we have to say that in Thailand, a lot of Thai food incorporates a lot of plants, right? For thousands of years already in their diet, right? So there are obviously people, they eat a lot of plants, but I think there's also a lot of like meat consumption at the same time. So how can we make this full plant-based products be more appealing to the average Thai person? Do you have any clue?
So I think I think the taste is most important. So we need to think like when we're presenting our product, it put right in terms of the naming, like the naming of our product, put right of expectations of people. Okay, it's supposed to taste like this, but can we deliver that in our product? I think that's a challenge that I'm going through. Like for example, show fries, it's French fries. Then people think, oh, it's potato fries. But it tastes a bit nutty. Is this like a French fries? Then that's something that we need to educate and sort of keep ourselves in terms of the challenge that we're going.
I like what you said, because you're right. I mean, each person has a certain expectation or a perception of a product, and for cheese or for French fries, I mean, both of them, they are like people, they really have their idea about how this product should taste like, and then they come.
Cheese and Chofries are the best.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
But I agree. I mean, taste needs just naturally comes first, because no matter how healthy it is, if it tastes like crap, people are not going to eat it.
Exactly. I think we need to keep innovating in terms making it creative, but at the same time making it understandable to consumer, something that there's something they know and love already, and then something that, oh, this is new. How does it new? Oh, it made from beans instead of flour. Try it. Something. I think we just need to be taking small steps to reach the consumer. Yeah, I think it's gonna take a lot of courage and faith.
Right, but
us.
That's very important.
But it's fun though. Like I think when we're doing something new, it's keep us always on the edge, like on our toes all the time. To like, would this work or not? I think that's something that I very enjoy as a brand owner, to always like, do you like our product? Can we make it better? How can we make it better?
Right.
So I think that's something that's fun as a small business owner.
In which of your products do you see the most potential? Which one do you think could really like skyrocket?
So I think Chofries has a lot of opportunities, and I'm also considering outside of Thailand as well. I mean, beyond Thailand.
Wow, that's great news.
We have a great ambition, yes.
Important.
Yes, to grow beyond, because in some like country like Australia, a lot of people still cooking at home, doing a lot of grocery shopping, and French fries are more something add on to their current diets already, or I mean their current meals, right? Because fries are not very Asian first diet, like rice, we go with rice. So when we go fries, it's something that more of like rewarding or special occasion. Yeah, so I think that's something to consider as well. So that's why we introduced the chive cake. That is something that's more to their meals, and then so we need to balance between the two.
So talking about new things and new markets, any new upcoming products that are in the pipeline that you can share, or projects like?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. So we start with chickpea, right? And then one of our challenges is to explain people what is chickpea. No one knows what is chickpea.
Actually, something I also wanted to ask. I mean, I'm very familiar with chickpea, but I think many Thai consumers are not, right? It's not a very local grain. Is it a grain or?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's
legumes. Yeah.
It's legumes. It is our challenge. So, and we thought that when we start off, we're like, it's okay. We can just keep educating the consumer. But when you're a small business, there's so much you can do. There's only so much you can do. So, I think now I'm trying to balance between what consumer want and what I'm offering.
Okay.
So we're looking to source other beans and legumes that locally sourced, and then make our product from there. So we want to do something that local as well, to help our local community as well. So like local beans, local legumes. So we're sourcing now. So this is our new project. So we want to do something that locally sourced
Okay.
and make our product based from there, with adding our own creativity, our twists, our creations from local product.
Because chickpeas are probably difficult, or
Yes,
you cannot
import.
source only import. Huh?
India, and then back in October there was a flood in India, so we were short in supply, and
Oh,
we could
really?
not produce during vegetarian festival.
Stuff like this happens all the time, right?
So that's what we learned. We're like, okay, we cannot rely on one beans.
Mhm.
We need to diverse our portfolio.
And you could probably even cut your cost if you're
Yes.
going with a local.
Yes, exactly, and make our product more accessible to consumers as well.
So what kind of beans or local legumes are you thinking?
We're exploring varieties. Mung bean is one of them. Yes. So because mung beans are available in Thailand, and then I think the price are much more friendly and much more competitive for us as well.
Interesting, and you would get those green fries probably, right?
Don't tell everybody yet.
Cool.
Please wait and see. Yes,
All right,
yes.
all right. Looking forward to it.
But it's fun. Like I love exploring new beans and the taste of it, and make sure that its true taste come out. Yeah. This is the fun part of doing the R&D.
Now, to kind of wrap off a little bit, I would love to hear your personal vision, or also Plant's vision. And when I say vision, I mean, you already shared some part of your vision, and obviously your product itself already tells the story, or some part of the story. But I'm curious to hear, with your product or with your existence almost, what would you like to, what kind of change would you love to see happening during your lifetime, and what kind of change would you like to make happen? I know it's kind of a big question, but I think it's always an important one. Yeah.
That's a big question. So I think I strongly believe in the business we're doing, because in the end, like plant-based, it's all about health, right? Like the fundamental of plant-based is that people are eating more healthier. So I think I strongly believe in health, and I want to surround my brand around the health. So the envisions of the people is that Thai people actually considering their health more, like be more more caution in that what they're eating, what they're consuming, looking in terms of like who are producing for them, and be more health conscious. Doesn't mean you have to eat like a clean food all the time, but days to day you can go on healthier, and someday you can just go on your regular comfort meal, or even us comfort healthy meal. Yeah, so I think that's something that we hope to see in the world, that people are finding more health food more enjoyable. Like, you're just enjoying eating healthier, because I believe that when you eat healthier you feel better, because your stomach loves better food. And then when you like feel good, you share you'll be more positive, like you're happier, you're more delightful, because you eat very good food. Exactly. So I think that's
I
something
love that.
That's a bit of a vision, but yeah, but that's what we hope, that we can sort of like inspire people to live that lifestyle, like healthier, better, happier.
Healthier, better, happier. Wow. I mean, I really couldn't agree more on that. And I mean, you're doing a great job with your product, and with sharing this. And this is also one of the mission of this podcast and of our products, to inspire, to educate, to connect, to people find out about new options, about new ways of living, about healthier food options that are as tasty or even more tasty. And yeah, also really like what you said, and I fully agree that if we eat healthy food or clean food, whatever that means, or generally speaking, probably also more plants, then it's just much easier on our digestion, and we feel lighter, we feel happier, and we have that more positive energy that will really affect our action, and
exactly.
It will impact the people around us. And so it's a work in progress, right?
Yes.
But it's step by step, and that's why I also love to collaborate with people like you and other innovative people, creative personalities that are putting those great products out in the world.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Kat, for joining us here in Chiang Mai in the studio.
Yes. Happy to be here.
Right. And where can people follow you, and where can they order your products?
So we also have Swiss cheese with Chofries available in line at Plant BKK. So Plant, no T, put a D in it. And so it's Plant BKK. On Instagram, follow us, and also at Line or Shopee, Lazada. All the e-commerce are available.
Cool. We're going to put all those links down in the
Yes.
description. And then for all the listeners, if you enjoyed, well, I'm sure you enjoyed this episode as much as we did, then help to share with your friends. And again, help to inspire, help to educate, help to connect with others. Try out Kat's amazing products. You really got to try, because you're going to love it. If they don't have an air fryer, a regular oven works also, right?
Yes. In Bangkok, we're also available we air fry for you. So you can just order delivery
Air
right
fry
away.
for you. Perfect. Even more convenient.
Maybe we have in Chiang Mai soon.
I see that coming. Okay, so thank you so much, Kat. Thanks. It's really a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to talk to you. And I'll see you next time at the Plant-Based Podcast Asia. Goodbye.